I'm AJ Tukusin. I'm a Zuitt bootcamper from batch 211. I studied civil engineering and I used to work as an architectural drafter for an international company. Now I'm working at Paynamics Technology as a developer. Since I was in my elementary days, I'm always fascinated by computers, games, and technology related things like gadgets, particularly websites and applications. And one thing that made me decide to pursue my long-standing interest was during the pandemic of 2020. I had an unfortunate events. I lost my job, and I realized that every time that there's a social problem or economic crisis, construction industry was the first to shut its door. So that made me decide to pursue my other interests, which is software development and website development. And in the last quarter of 2022, I made the decision to study web development. I tried to study on my own. However, I find it difficult to proceed without guidance. I lack clarity on what to study, what's the next step to take. Additionally, I desire to have an instructor who can guide me and answer my question properly. And since I'm a career shifter, so I know for myself that I will have a lot of questions. So that's what made me decide to look for a school. And I came across Zuitt, and I learned that they provide an actual instructor interaction, and I didn't hesitate to enroll when I hear about their styles of teachings. Transitioning from being an architectural drafter to a programmer, uh, I can relate to being a visual learner since architectural drafter requires a lot of uh, I mean visual perspective in our field. And I find that understanding and learning things through a visual perspective is highly effective for me. During my bootcamp experience, I faced challenges like on back development. You you won't see any kind of visual aside from just a text. And fortunately, our instructor was incredibly supportive and provide me with techniques to visualize and imagine how the data flows throughout the applications. So those are the challenges. Those are the very hard challenges for me. And thankfully, for the guidance and assistance of my instructor, I was able to understand how data flows, and I can already imagine how data flows from one point to another point, and yeah, those tips from my instructor really helped me. Only in the IT industry, I was able to feel the sense of fulfillment and achievement every time I was able to debug or to fix a program, or every time I was able to create something out of nothing. I'm very satisfied with my current job right now. Additionally, my work setup was hybrid. I work at home for 4 days and work on site for a single day. It's a big advantage for me, for a father like me, since I have more time to spend with my family. In my previous industry, in the construction industry, we all know how hectic the construction industry was or is. And spending a lot of time with my family was almost impossible during when I was in the construction industry. Even weekends, I was working just to meet the deadline. So it's a really big leap in my work-life balance working in the IT industry. And as for my salary, I was able to almost double my salary here in the IT industry. So it's a really, really big blessings that I was able to work in this industry. Because of Zuitt, I was uh, I was easily land a job in the IT industry through their career talks. They offer some tips, techniques, and they even help us to construct our resume properly, and they help us what to expect in interview questions in the IT industry. And from time to time, when I was in the job hunting stage, from time to time, they will send a message to me asking me how was my job hunting, and from time to time they are giving tips. They are giving us some leads to where to apply, how to properly uh, address the questions, and how to properly face to an interviewer. And they also give us some hints on what should or what will be the exams that we might face during our job hunting stage. Zuitt is well known in this industry, especially a boot camp. Zuitt is very well known. Uh, a lot of company will recognize Zuitt. So my advice to our future boot campers: don't hesitate to enroll. I'm pretty sure it's a big impact in your resumes if you have Zuitt in your resumes, and you will have an amazing time, an amazing experience learning in Zuitt, just like what I have experienced here in Zuitt.